It's been 6 weeks since sport ground to a halt in Jersey, and there's still no clear date on when it can resume. No more than 10 people have been allowed to gather outdoors since the 23rd of December, meaning the majority of team sports have had to stop.
Indoor facilities too, including swimming pools, are closed. Sports organisers are now calling on the government to detail a timeline for when activities will be able to restart. Russell Hookey reports.
In an island where sport is so important, industry professionals claim Jersey's government has scored a big own goal. Politicians, they say, should make lifting COVID restrictions a priority.
I think certainly just now that I would like to see government putting an exemption in for sport, and no problems at all with that being the gatherings remaining at the current restrictions. But when it comes to sport, there's absolutely no reason why at all that we can't get 23 people on a football pitch, because that's very different to a crowd of 10, say, gathering in the street for a conversation whilst being static.
Well, it's been a long time now since the island's sporting venues, including Springfield Stadium, have seen any action. But today the government has issued a statement to us saying that outdoor sport will be considered for reopening based on a risk analysis of each individual activity. It says at this point, no decision has been made to change the gatherings order, which limit, of course, outdoor gatherings to 10 people. Now that, it says, it is based on the risks of household mixing in uncontrolled environments. But it does remind us that some exercise and swimming activities have continued for school children with mitigation.
We do feel that we would have liked sport back earlier, so we have formally written to the government to say, look, can we have a timetable, something that can help guide the sporting community to know when they need to book their facilities for, when they're likely to return. So we've written that letter, our chairman has written that letter to the Chief Minister.
And it's that open dialogue that race organiser Paul Burrows thinks is vital to events resuming.
We have to make sure that the events are safe, and if that means it's spending quite a few more hours doing those events because of the wave starts and all those sorts of things, so be it, that's fine. And I'm more than happy to, come up with guidelines and best practice documents that we can standardise across the industry. I'm happy to do that myself if it means that we can facilitate these events happening.
Not everyone agrees with calls to reopen sport, though. Swimming coach Carol Penfold was unlucky enough to catch COVID.
I think the government are trying to keep us all safe. And although I know that our coaches and our squad swimmers are desperate to get back in the water, I think we're prepared to accept what they say and go along with what they think is the best.
Regardless of the pressure to return sport to Jersey, though, it's likely politicians will proceed with caution. Coaches claim a compromise could see some sports prioritised, while others wait longer to leave the starting blocks.